We're going to write a program that will let us draw on the screen. We'll see how to do different shapes. In Scratch, basically every sprite has a pen, and as the sprite moves, the pen would draw a trail, showing you the movement of the sprite. The default is that the pen is up, so the programs we've written so far you haven't seen anything being drawn, but if you go to pen, there's a pen down, and so now when I have my sprite move, you can see we see a line, and then if I put my pen up and have him move, the line goes away. And there's different blocks to set the pen color and the pen width and things like that. If you want a fatter line, you would set the pen size. Okay, and then we can clear to get rid of everything. Oops, so if I put my pen back down, we see our line. So we're going to, let's write a little program that will draw a square. Okay. So I would have, first I'm going to write this poorly and then we'll see how to fix it up. But we would move 10 steps, oops, and then I'm going to have my sprite turn 90 degrees. And that would draw one line, and then we basically want to do this code 4 times. So I'm going to use the duplicate to repeat this code. Okay, and so now we see our square. But I used this duplicate tool to copy and paste code, which is always a bad idea. Okay, anytime you find yourself copying and pasting anything, stop and think there must be a way to avoid doing this. And the reason that would be bad to copy and paste code, let's say I want it to pause after each line. So I would have to throw in a whole bunch of pauses here before every move or after every turn. So the alternative, thankfully, when I just want to repeat these 2 lines, and there's a block under control. This is something called a loop. Whatever you put inside the loop body will happen several times. So in this case, I'm going to repeat 4 times, and let me just clear. So we have our square drawn, and now if I want to pause each time we draw a side of our square, we could just throw our weight in. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go through several examples using loops to do some interesting things, and we're going to draw lots of stuff. So I'm just going to have, when we hit the green flag, we'll just kind of start our sprite in the middle, and then we'll draw different shapes. So I'm going to have them go to 0, 0. We will have him point to the right, so we'll have him starting to the right. We'll clear everything, and then we'll put our pen down. And you might want to shrink your sprite so he's nice and small. So you could either use the shrink tool, or we can just set his size to be relatively small, because what we care about is actually the drawing, not necessarily what our sprite looks like.